Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeanne, I'm a third year medical student, also mom of two, and I go to the University of Glasgow. So today I just wanted to do a quick video. Hopefully I'm not talking too much today, just to give you my perspective on the first year at medical school. From my perspective, which means I was an access course student, so yeah, from unconventional medical student. So firstly, I just wanted to give you some motivation because I feel it might be scary for you if you're at the moment an access course student or you plan on doing medicine or anything like that and you're not a standard student. You might find this video, and yeah, I just want to give you a little hope and some motivation to tell you that you have more strength than you think. And it's actually a good thing to be a mature student when it comes to studying medicine. So yeah, so I just wanted to tell you that, and the first thing is, which you might think it's not a good thing for you, if you're a mature student or if you've done the access course or whatever, chances are you have more responsibility than the typical medical student, the younger ones. In general, it might be not always the case, but you might have more responsibilities. Maybe you are a parent like me, or maybe you need to work a lot because you need to pay for your rent or whatever. Maybe you're a carer. For whatever reason, if you're a mature student or if you come from an access course and you study medicine, you might have less time than other students to actually study. And it might be a source of concern, and that's true that you have less time and you need to find a solution to still try and perform well in your exam and to pass in the superior year. So yes, you will have less time, but that's a good thing because you're not going to be overwhelmed by studying too much. It can be quite depressing if you stay 11 hours along studying and trying to get your head around things, and you do that every day and you study, don't do anything else. That's gonna be depressing. That's gonna be too hard for yourself, because as humans we're not meant to work that hard and that much for a long period of time. You might be able to do that for a little time, but you won't be able to do it for 5 years at university. So yeah, that's a good thing if you don't have as much time and you need to do other things. That's a good thing because you gonna have a possibility to get away from studying and change your mind and do other things. And when you're actually going to have some time to study, you're going to enjoy it because you're not doing it so much. And chances are, if you're doing medicine as a mature student, you had time to think that it is really what you want to do, and you are really motivated on medicine or becoming a doctor or whatever. So you will enjoy your time studying. And that's the second thing, that it's very good to be, when you're a mature student or when you come from an access course, that's your motivation is elevated compared to other people. You're really choosing to come back to school. You're really choosing to do medicine, even if it's hard, even if you don't have a conventional pathway. So you have more motivation and you enjoy more what you do. You really, like, I remember when I finally got into medical school, I was so happy, and still until now in third year, I'm always one of the happiest students. Always happy to study medicine, to go to small groups study session to, yeah, I'm always the happiest because I really choose to come back here. And that's going to be an important part to keep going for that long. And yeah, that will be difficult to study for that long, and you have to invest a lot in your studies, but that's going to be easier because you really wanted to do it. So that's an important thing to know. So having less time is a good thing, as we just seen, and being a mature student means you're likely, maybe you're more motivated. I'm not talking about everyone's, maybe some young ones are very, very motivated, but yeah, there is something about mature students that really choosing to be there. They had time to think that they really wanted to do that. So yeah, so that's a good thing, and that's a strength that you have again with you. So I wanted to give you a few tips as well when it comes to starting medical school. So especially if you come from the Access course, because it's going to be a big change. It's going to be a big change in rhythm, and in terms of content, you will have so much more content than what you had to learn in the Access course. But that's okay. You just need to know you're going to have to learn a lot, and you need to try, if possible, if you look at that video now and you're going to start next year or even the year after or whenever, it's good if you can try and think about your system in advance. So from day one, when you will start the first year of medical school, you're going to be ready to start well, and not started to think at that moment, oh, how I should do that, how I should organize, no, you really want to think, if possible, you really want to think about that in advance. So there is a lot of content on YouTube on how to be a good student, how to be a productive student, and I really advise you to go onto YouTube and try to find good things to try to get organized and have a good system. Try to organize yourself on how you're going to study. Even if you don't know your timetable, it doesn't matter. You know that you're going to have lectures and you're going to have a lot of them. So try to think how I will take notes. And I advise you not to waste too much time on notes. You want to do things not perfectly. You really want to get them done, and you really don't want to fall behind. So you want to check in right from the start. Week one, you want to be, am I on track? I am not wasting too much time on things. I really need to see all the content in this week. You're never gonna have a time to catch up later because it's just gonna accumulate. So you really want to not fall behind. And if it does happen, and chances are it will happen, that's fine. But you need to check in as early as week one. Am I on track? Am I good with time? If not, just find a solution, change your strategy and try to go faster. You don't want to be perfect, but you just want to see all the content. And you don't want to waste your time by doing what we call passive learning. So by rewatching lectures and stuff like that, you really want to watch lecture as fast as you can. I'm not talking about speeding the video or anything, but just watching it once at the normal speed, not pausing it all the time and not wasting your time with it. You just need to see the content, and then you have the subject and you try to understand it and work on that. You're gonna have to find, so you're gonna see how I take notes. Okay, I take notes this way. That's fine. Don't waste too much time with your notes neither. What is important is to try and learn the content by doing flashcards. So go online from now and try to figure it out how to do good flashcards. It's really good if you can try to practice everything on your system before you actually start medical school, because it's gonna be intense, it's gonna be fast, and you don't want to regret that now in the access course you're more likely to have more time to spare to figure out that now. So really, I advise you work on your system. As soon as you have your timetable for each week, try to make a little schedule, even if you don't follow it 100%. But that's good to have an idea on when you're going to do what. Try to have a good plan, even if you can't keep it, but try to do a plan and try to follow it and readjust it if you feel like it's not working or you're wasting too much time, or check in with yourself and just make sure that you do your best. Adjust all the time. Don't waste your time when when you feel it's not going well, something is not working well. You need to change it. You need to adjust. Don't waste your time. Again, I don't want to stress you too much with that, but it's just I just want you to get to the point that it's gonna be fast paced. So you just want to be ready as much as you can and do your best, and not looking for perfection and catching any details. You want to know the basic well. You want to understand the basic well. Try to focus on that first. Focus on knowing the basics. Focus on understanding the big concept, not go into the details. If you don't have time for the details, that's fine, but you really want to master the basics and stuff like that. So just focus on that, and then you keep going. If you notice you fell behind, so you're on Friday and you still have 10 lectures to see, and it's week 1, you're gonna try and do fast as you can to finish it during that weekend, so you can start week 2 without any background left from week 1, because you will never have time to catch up. Which is, if it's just 1 week, that's not a big deal. I will even advise, if you can't catch up for a week and you're late, just leave it and just start fresh with week 2. Now you focus on week 2 and you focus on not being late on the content for week 2. And yeah, just go on. If it's just 1 week you miss, it's okay. It's better to just leave it and just focus on being on time for the rest of the semester, because if you at the end you're gonna be okay if this is just 1 week or maybe half of a week you were unsure about what happened. It's gonna be fine in the exam because you was good for all the other week, instead of trying to struggle to catch up that content and being late and late and late for all the weeks that are following, if you know what I mean, hopefully. So that was the most important stuff I wanted to tell you about first year, as I felt is the biggest issue, the biggest concern I had when I started medical school as an access course student. That's my tips. If you want to know more, don't hesitate to ask me any question on the comments. If you like the video, please let me know, and I will do more. I will do 1 each week. So just let me know if you want to know something in particular about access course or about medicine, or just let me know. And don't forget to reach for support if you feel down when you start your study. Even during the access course, we can all have hard time at every step. Never just give up. Just first reach for support from your academics. If someone is not listening, try someone else. Don't stop there, but there is always a lot of support available. If you look up on your college website, or if you ask a teacher, and same at university, there is lots of support if you're struggling with anything, even if it's not related to study, but it's still fine to talk about it, to find a way. And sometimes just talking about it, you feel better and you start to find solution. So don't stay alone with your struggles, because as a mature student, chances are you're gonna have more struggle on the side of your study than other normal students. But don't waste your chance to study medicine if it's really what you want to do. So please, yeah, reach for support, find someone, whatever, try someone, and just find a way, just find a solution. Most of the time, there is always a solution to fix your problem. So yeah. Yeah, it was nice to talk to you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.